How good are you? I find that there are 5 skill levels, and for any single skill you are somewhere on that scale. Skill level 1. At skill level 1, you are a junior. You enthusiastically lunge off in the wrong direction. You think that you can do it because you see no reason why you cannot. But at this skill level, there are things you don't even know you don't know. You think you can do the task, but you really cannot yet. You just don't know it yet. You find out by doing the task and discovering that, hey, things are different from what you expected. You didn't know that. At this skill level, you need a guide or a mentor who micromanages you, someone who tells you exactly what to do, step by step, while also explaining why. Otherwise, you end up making the wrong decisions. Skill level 2. Then comes skill level 2. Now you have figured out that you lack the knowledge to perform the task. You don't know how to do the task, but now you know you don't know. If you have some experience with this process I am describing here, the process of learning how to do a task, you will be able to jump from skill level 1 to skill level 2 more quickly, because you can start by assuming that there are things you don't know yet. The first time you realize that there is something that you didn't even know you didn't know, you know, there are things I don't even know I don't know, and then you are at skill level 2. When you start doing something new, it is therefore best to assume that there are things you don't even know you don't know. Start at skill level 2 by assuming that you know nothing. Ask people around you questions, try to learn from them. Skill level 3. Then comes skill level 3. Now you are capable of performing the task, but you just don't know it yet. This is perhaps where you have imposter syndrome. Someone asked you to do a task, but you are afraid that you will be found out to be the fraud that you think you are, because you still think that you cannot perform the task. Skill level 4. Then comes skill level 4. You can do the task, and now you know you can because you have done it successfully several times now. This is the skill level where you are experienced and where you are capable of performing the task autonomously. No one needs to guide and mentor you anymore, and you know it, and the people around you probably know it too. Guides and mentors do well to leave you alone and let you do your thing. Skill level 5. Skill level 5 is the skill level you have to avoid. Skill level 5 is like skill level 4. You can do the task, but now you know it, and you have in fact already proven it several times. You have successfully done the task repeatedly, and now you are doing it on autopilot. You're doing it with your eyes closed. It is not a challenge for you anymore. This is the problem with skill level 5. You get bored. You are not having fun anymore, you are not growing anymore, you are not learning anymore. You need to get out of that space and become a skill level 1 at something else again. We are all at various skill levels when it comes to various tasks. For example, I am now at skill level 2 with making YouTube videos. I still suck at it, and I know I do. I regularly bump into things that surprise me, things I didn't know. But when it comes to programming, I am comfortably at skill level 5. Programming is something I almost do on autopilot, something I do for relaxation in between the drawing, which is still hard for me. The most fun skill levels. The most fun skill levels are skill level 1 and 4. At skill level 1, where angels dare tread, you enthusiastically dive in headfirst, and then you are pulled to safety by someone who is more experienced. You finally realize that you are becoming good at the task when you arrive at skill level 4, and you enjoy the fact that you deliver good work. Skill level 1 is where you discover that you are not at skill level 4 yet. You think you are, but you are not yet. But when you are at skill level 4, try to leap into something you are not good at yet. Do something else, a different art form, other medium, something you enter at skill level 1 again. You don't want to end up at skill level 5 because you will get bored. See reaching skill level 4 as completing a computer game level. You beat the level boss. If you want to, you can do the same game level again, but you already did it and you already know how to complete it. Let's play the next, different and maybe slightly more challenging level. For me, I still enjoy programming, so I may be level 4 still there. I really enjoy trying new things, which perhaps is why I'm now trying to learn how to make videos for YouTube. There is so much that goes into it. How do you record good video? How do you do lighting? How do you record audio with a microphone? How do you arrange great acoustics in the room where you are recording the audio? How to train and warm up your voice for recording? How do you do voice over narration? How do you write a script? How do you edit audio? How do you edit an entire video? How do you design the cover image for the video? How do you write the title and description? Etc. and etc. I believe I am at skill level 2 at most of these now. I know I am not good at any of these yet. And I am having so much fun with it. You really do get a lot of energy if you try to do something else. To summarize, there are 2 parameters. Parameter 1 indicates whether you think you are good at a task or not. Parameter 2 is about if you actually are good at it. At skill level 1, you think you are good, but you aren't. At skill level 2, you are still not good at it, but now you know. At skill level 3, you are now good at performing the task, but you just don't know it yet. At skill level 4, you are still good at performing the task, but now you do know. At skill level 5, you have done it so often that boredom sets in. You need to find something else to do, something where you are at skill level 1. Doing something new tends to give you energy. Challenge. Given the 5 skill levels that I outlined here, look at the things you do in your life and see where you think you are. Maybe you play a musical instrument, perhaps you enjoy cooking, and maybe you are somewhat of a buff when it comes to Thai cuisine, or maybe you are good at certain sports, or maybe you are good at some art form and maybe more so than at other art forms. Can you qualify what skill level you are at for each of these? You can also stay within art. Do you know how to do perspective, anatomy, tonal composition, color theory, brush control for inking with a brush? Do you know how to design a comics page or create a cartoon? Or how to sculpt a figure from clay? Or how to draw digitally or sculpt digitally? Or maybe how to design a poster or a book cover? Or how to do character design, typography design, website design, logo design, icon design? The list goes on and on, even if you stay within the confines of art. If you believe that you are at skill level 4 or 5 for all of these, then you are either old and you have been at it for decades and decades, or I have bad news for you and I'm sorry to say that you are probably at skill level 1 in most of them. Thank you for drawing.